Well, thank you to the League of Women's Voters for hosting this event. Thank you to Ross for being here as well, and my lovely wife, Callie. Appreciate your support as always. If you would have told me 21 years ago that I'd be up here contending for a race to represent nearly 10,000 people, I wouldn't have believed you. Because 21 years ago, I was in a Russian orphanage. I grew up in the streets of Russia, not having much, asking for food at times, seeing my mom pass away at the age of 3, and seeing my dad, who had post-traumatic stress disorder from the Russian Navy, and how he turned to alcohol and substance abuse to escape from those challenges. But here we are 21 years later. I am honored to be a trustee in the village of Hobart over the past 2 years, running unopposed this year. Very proud of the record that we have done together. No one person does things to make them better, but what we've done together in the village of Hobart. And I want to take that momentum of the second highest net new construction growth. I want to take the momentum of the third lowest tax rate in all of Brown County to the Brown County. So with those things said, I would like to work on the opioid crisis. We have some great individuals who have started some great progress in this area, but the opioid crisis is a challenge. And as it impacted my dad in a different way in Russia, it's impacting people here in Brown County. It's close to my heart. We got to address it. Not just talk about it, but I believe we can address it and ultimately fix it. I want to make sure we are also fiscally responsible. Like I said, in Hobart, we froze our tax rate at $3.86 this year. We're helping people out in the middle of inflation. And for me, in the end of it all, it's about listening, being a good representative of everybody's voices and everybody's needs, and making sure we're growing a community of belonging in Hobart and Brown County together.
In with our 2-minute closing statements, and we will start with Mr. Koepke and work our way to the right.
Well, again, thank you to the League of Women's Voters for hosting us today. Again, if you have told me 21 years ago I'd be in the United States of America, here in Green Bay, running to represent thousands of people, I wouldn't have believed you. But because of what my parents did for me in adopting me, giving me a great family, a great homeschooled education, raising me with my Christian and conservative values, but they've also taught me how to reach bipartisan and common sense solutions. And that's what I've done over the last 21 years. I've taken that record of my core values and brought them to make sure we have solutions that work for everybody. Everybody inherently has their own leanings, and that's okay. And that's what makes us better. That's what I love about my family. That's my grandma who's fostered over 30 kids, or my parents who've adopted 7 of their 11 kids. We're of different races, different backgrounds. English is my second language. But we've come to learn to care for each other, love one another, and put humanity first. So for me, this seat, it's not about politics. It's about humanity. It's about how we can help one another out. And I am proud of who I am to my core. But it doesn't mean I need to put down people who may have a different opinion. I have to look for those bipartisan and common sense solutions that work for everybody. So I look forward to working with the residents of Brown County, of Hobart, of Howard, to address the opioid crisis, to work on improving our roads and infrastructure, to make sure we have a responsible budget and we treat a taxpayer fairly, and make sure we improve the housing availability for all here in Brown County. In all, I think District 24 will be in great hands because, as Ross said, we've met for coffee, we've talked, and whatever the voters decide on April 2nd, I will stand with. Ross is a great guy. Appreciate his respect, appreciate the work he's been doing, and District 24, you'll be in great hands regardless.
I'll agree.